Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm going to make a reverse dyed fan fold scrunch shirt. This is a 100% cotton black t-shirt that has been washed in the washing machine, but it hasn't been soaked in anything. I took it straight out of the washer, so it's just barely damp with plain water. I'm going to use a piece of chalk and draw a wavy diagonal line from just underneath the armpit of this shirt to the opposite corner of the shirt. Now I'm going to fan fold that line and I'm going to tie it with some sinew. I'm using sinew because since the sinew is waxed, it won't allow the dye remover to get underneath that area, and wherever I put a sinew line, that part of the shirt's going to remain black. I'm going to continue fan folding and add a couple more sinew lines in the shirt. The very end of this shirt I'm going to scrunch up and I'm going to hold all of those folds in place with some sinew. I'm putting a lot of sinew and I'm tying it really tight so that hopefully I will have a little bit of black left in this area. The top part of the shirt, I'm going to scrunch it really tight and tie it up with some sinew too. Here again, I'm going to use quite a bit of sinew, so hopefully I will end up with some black left in this part of the shirt too. To remove the color in this shirt, I'm going to use a product called Brite Laundry Whitener. I'm removing the color from several shirts at the same time, so I've placed all of them down inside of a plastic tub or tote, and I'm sprinkling the powdered White Brite over the top of the shirts. I'm using the product outside because it does have a smell, and I'm going to wear my respirator so that I don't inhale any of this powder. This shirt is one of the shirts in the middle of the tub. Now I'm going to add some boiling water to the top. And as you can tell, the minute I add the water, it starts to remove the color. This product works really fast. I'm adding a little bit more boiling water to cover the shirts. And I'm going to add in some more of the White Brite to make sure I have plenty down in the water. This whole entire process took maybe 5 to 7 minutes total. I checked a couple of the folds to make sure that it had removed a lot of the color, and then I took all the shirts to the sink and rinsed them in cold water. I went ahead and untied both of the ends that I had scrunched on this shirt, rinsed it really well, and then put it in the washing machine and washed it using some hot water and a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent. Then I put the shirt in a soda ash solution and allowed it to soak for at least 20 to 30 minutes. I then spun it out of my Panda spin dryer until it was just barely damp. Since I untied both of the scrunched areas of this shirt, I need to go ahead and retie those before I begin applying the dye. So I'm going to scrunch them back up and use some rubber bands to hold the folds in place. I'm going to dye this shirt both using the liquid method and the ice dye method. So I've placed the shirt on top of a rack inside of a plastic tub or tote, and I'm starting by applying Caribbean Blue from Dharma Trading Company in one of the sections that is still tied with sinew. The middle section, I'm going to use Plum from Dharma Trading Company. And the last section is going to be Red Violet from Dharma Trading Company. I'm going to turn the shirt over and use the same color pattern on the back in this area. I'm also going to make sure I get it really well saturated because it is such a thick fold. The other two sections of the shirt I'm going to ice dye, so I'm going to make myself a barrier to keep the ice on the shirt. I'm using some silicone cake molds, which I purchased from Amazon, and you can find a link for these down below in the description for this video. I'll usually list the dye colors and links for other items that I use when I tie-dye down below the video in the description. I place the silicone cake molds around the shirt and then I hold them in place on the rack using some wooden clothespins. I'm using cerulean blue from Custom Colors, and I'm going to sprinkle that on each of the scrunched ends of the shirt. I'm also going to add a little bit of Caribbean blue from Dharma Trading Company. I'm adding some additional soda ash to make sure I have plenty of soda ash in the shirt after all the ice melts and runs through the shirt. I thought it would be interesting to see what happens if I added a little bit of dry cerulean blue over the top of the part that I added liquid to. So I just put a very light sprinkle of cerulean over those colors. I added a little bit of soda ash to that area, and now I'm going to load ice on the top. After the ice melted, I noticed where there was some undissolved dye left on top, so I added another very thin layer of ice to the top of this shirt. Then I let it continue to process for 24 hours after the second layer of ice melted. I didn't get my camera started in time, so I missed a lot of the washout process, but I started rinsing it in cold water, then gradually warmed the water up to hot. I continued to rinse until the water was almost clear, and then I threw it in the washing machine along with a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent. I washed it and dried it, and this is what our shirt looks like. So I really like the way this shirt turned out. I like all of the black that was left in the scrunched portions. I'm glad I tied it as tightly as I did, or it probably would have removed all of the color. I also regret using the Caribbean blue in one of the sinew sections because it just blends in with the rest of the shirt. I see a couple little hints of the cerulean blue over the top of the purple areas where I added just that very thin layer and then put ice on the top, but it didn't make much of a difference. I do like the design though. Like I said, I wish I would have used a different color other than the Caribbean blue, and that would have made my line, my wavy line, a little bit wider. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the shirt. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, I sure would appreciate it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the big red subscribe button. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.